Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another beer review here from the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for watching. This evening, it's Monday evening, so I'm going to have a slightly lighter beer than I would normally have because it is Monday, it's the start of the week, and that's when I usually try to go for a slightly lighter version than my regular kind of, pale lager beers. So this evening I'm going for the Svijanska Desitka, which is from the Svijany brewery, just up in the kind of north of the country towards Liberec. And the Svijanska Desitka is their 10 degrees pale draft beer with 4% alcohol content. Nothing, I don't want to call it nothing special, that would probably be the wrong thing to say. But a very light and easy beer to drink, where I wouldn't necessarily, expect, too many kind of elements standing out. Although it comes with 33 IBUs, so I do expect a slight bitterness coming through. But because it is a Desitka, it is a 10 degrees beer, what I'm mainly looking forward to is that refreshing element that I would like to receive kind of on a Monday when I'm having a beer, without wanting anything fancy or mind-blowing. Now, Svijany, I've reviewed two beers from them already. They come unpasteurized, so this is unpasteurized beer, and that's why I prefer them in the can. And the interesting part about this one is that it's actually called Svijanska Desitka, whereas the majority of their beers are called Svijanski. And that is because this is the feminine kind of, I'm not sure how to say this in English, but the kind of feminine, in Czech this is feminine, it's a Desitka, therefore, Desitka at the end with the A, it's feminine. Very similar to the Svijanska Knežna, which is the in English, Knežna is Duchess, and therefore again it is feminine, and therefore it's called Svijanska. Whereas all the other beers, like the Mas, it would be Svijanski Mas, Svijanski Rytiež, the knight, it's called Svijanski because he is male. And that's the kind of difference. So I'm not sure if you have noticed in the other video, but there it was called, for example, Svijanski Rytiež, whereas this one is Svijanska Desitka. Therefore, it is feminine. Nothing much more to say about this beer. Let's get straight to it and see. Ooh, a bit lively when opening the can. I'm using my Svijany glass today. This one, I do have a range of Svijany glasses, but you can see it's very nicely wide. Really kind of stable as well. It's a really solid glass, a solid drinking glass, and I really like the kind of engraving here as well. It's Svijany, so very, very nice glass. This is called Vienna style. So if you're interested in different glasses and you like this one, look for the Svijany Vienna glass. This is what they call it. So let's give this a go. Yeah, nice impression. Again, that kind of darkish color that you would normally get. Although 10-degree beers tend to be lighter than this one, so this is actually quite nice looking. Unfortunately, not a great foamy head, but I think that has just something to do with my pouring this evening. So I'm sorry about that. That's not a Svijany fault. That's my fault. But overall, I think it's a very nice impression. For a 10-degree beer. Now let's see what the aroma is like. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm getting here, to be honest. It's definitely not a hop aroma, at least not a strong one. and it is not really a malty aroma either. I think it might be a little bit of a mix of both of them trying to, form one element, but I'm not really getting anything that really stands out here. But let's give this a go. Enough of the talking. Na zdraví. Yeah. It's what I've said in a different video, I think. I don't think I've ever had a beer from this brewery that really disappointed me. And it's the same with this one. Desitka, or the 10-degree beers, they're not usually what I'm going for, because I'm not getting too much from them, at least from a kind of beer experience. They really do serve me as a beer to kind of get refreshed, either maybe late in the afternoon, or kind of on a Monday evening, when I'm just looking forward to a beer after a long day. And that's fair enough, because I don't think that, kind of Desitka beers, or the 10-degree draft beers are meant to kind of blow your mind. Although everybody has different tastes and preferences, they would normally not be my preference. But again, I'm not I'm not disappointed with this one. I think it's a really nicely drinkable beer. It did what I wanted it to do in terms of refreshing me this evening. It's not heavy because of the 4% alcohol content, so it's very easy to drink on a Monday afternoon, and or on any school night really, and you're gonna get up in the morning without issues. And it did actually give me a slight hop bitterness at the end. So the 33 IBUs, they do in some way come true. Although it's not a lasting hop bitterness, it's not an overly strong hop bitterness either. It's a very discreet one, that is kind of well balanced within the beer. So overall, I think it's a really nice beer to drink when you're looking for something light as a refreshment, or if you're having a light meal and you want to have a beer to it. Obviously, let's assume you're having a salad. You don't want to have a full-blown strong beer, 14 degrees strong beer to it, because that just wouldn't match. But if you're having a salad, or maybe something really, really light, I think this goes very well with it. It's just absolutely perfect. And again, it's unpasteurized, so you do get that little bit of extra freshness, and maybe if you can call it crispiness, I don't know. But you do get that little bit of extra edge, even though it is a 10-degree beer. So overall, my verdict is, it's very easy to drink, well balanced, with a very light hop bitterness coming through at the end. However, it fades almost immediately, so don't expect a lasting hop bitterness. But overall, I really like this one, given that it is a 10-degree beer, and I can definitely recommend this one. Now, with regards to availability, it is available in almost all of the supermarkets, where you can buy Svijany beers. Normally, if you go to Albert, Globus, and then these guys, you would normally get the Svijanski Mas and the Svijanski Rytiež, as well as this guy, the Svijanska Desitka. They also come in bottles, so you can buy them in bottles too. But from a kind of freshness point of view, particularly when something is unpasteurized, I would prefer to get the can if it is from a supermarket where you don't necessarily get it out of the fridge. It's standing on shelves. I think the can really keeps the freshness, and it just means you really get a fresher beer experience than potentially from the bottle, because you just never know how these bottles have been stored. Obviously you can see them standing on the shelf, but maybe they have been exposed to light, and so on and so forth. So I think when you talk about unpasteurized beers from Svijany, the can is definitely the safer option. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very small review today. I'm not gonna. I didn't talk too much, which some of you may welcome. If you have any comments, please do comment. Let me know what your thoughts were. If you've had this beer before, share your opinion with me. I would be happy to know. And subscribe to my channel for more Czech beer reviews coming up throughout the week, and of course afterwards as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.